I prayed for one of these Mondays. I really did. Like, I really wanted one of these weeks where the news is just through the roof. This is what I've been asking for. Ladies and gentlemen, please go grab yourself a drink right now because it's about to be interesting. I can't say too much more. Just know we're going to laugh together today. It's one of those weeks. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, of all races, welcome back. Welcome back to another edition of My Honest Take. This is the only podcast that matters and the only pod you'll ever need with your host, Quincy. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your day. Wow. We got a week, people. We got a week. All right. And like I said, I prayed for a week like this. All the other times, I was like, yeah, some good news. I could give y'all my honest take on it, sure. But it wasn't something that gave me that pizzazz. It wasn't something that gave me that feeling of, yes, finally. I think this is the week to do it. So I'm not going to waste none of your time. All right. I just want to give y'all a quick shout out. Thank you so much for constantly showing love on the podcast, constantly rating, reviewing. Just the overwhelming amount of support on this podcast has been, oh, like I said, overwhelming. So I appreciate each and every single one of you guys, man. But, but without further ado, I want to jump right into it. Let's just start off. Let's start off. Let's start off controversial. I was gonna say let's start off light. No, let's start off controversial. So, how are we gonna start off controversial? Well, let's do it. If you know this person by the name of Lil Yachty, he is a rapper. Believe he acted in probably a couple of movies. You see him at wrestle, WWE events. You see him at different type of concerts. You've probably seen him perform. Okay, he was on some like cooking thing. I don't know if it was like a real cooker show, with Gordon Ramsay and all that. It was just something, right? And he ended up making a statement that had everybody shook, especially one ethnic group of people. Okay. Um, he made a comment where he pretty much said Black Lives Matter is a scam. It's not real. Okay. I told you I would get controversial right out the gate. Um, so he said this, I believe, because one of the people asked if how do you feel about Black Lives Matter. Don't know how that came about. But I just want to dial in on what he said. And he's pretty much letting everybody know, listen, it's a scam. They were taking people's money. This wasn't real. And for the people who know the background, all right, of that whole Black Lives Matter movement, you will know why he said that. Okay. Now, if you don't know about what happened, let me educate you. All right. That's one thing people in the world need. Everybody, education. All right. We're going to open schools up. Don't worry. But if you were following it any moment at time when the whole Black Lives Matter movement was going on, you'll understand what happened. So the organization, people who are running it, supposed, CEOs and things like that, who was managing and funding this whole campaign of Black Lives Matter, they would take the money that 9 times out of 10 Black people were sending them. Of course, you had other races, of course, whites, Latinos, Hispanics, Chinese, Asian descent. We've had different people support the cause as well, but mainly Blacks, of course, Black Lives Matter. So they would take that money, and you would think they would use that to fund the schools, the low funded schools in troubling neighborhoods, predominantly Black schools, parks, businesses, give back to the community, stop them from killing one another, get them to actually enjoy being outside without being scared, have them have safe places to go to learn, to grow. That's what you would think. But that's not the case. What happened is all that money that was donated to the organization, the owners and establishers of this Black Lives Matter movement used this money to buy mansions, to buy fancy clothes, jewelry, cars. They were using this money that was supposed to be raised for the people, for the community. They used it on themselves. That's where the issue started. That's why he said it was a scam. And for the people who know this, you already know it. There's no reason to say, oh, it's not. No, we know this. Okay. The reason why we can all attest to it being a scam is because what is what we see. Why are you using money that you said is going to be funded for us, but you're buying yourself stuff? Now, he's not wrong for saying that. He's not wrong for saying that because it is what it is. It's what we see, right? It's what we saw. Now, I do believe the saying what it means, that's not a scam. Black Lives Matter. That right there, that phrase, that's not a scam because that's truth in that. Yo, Black Lives Matter. Okay. So in that movement, when mostly Black African Americans were being killed, we could say that. That's true. But if you're sending money to say, yo, fund us, let's do this, and you're out here whipping new Bugattis, Lamborghinis, your house got 15 floors, you got 18 rooms, only half the house got power, there's a problem. That's a problem. And I know this may get people to dislike the podcast or dislike me as a person, but that's fine. It has to be said. As an African American, we need to understand our biggest enemy is not even white people. It's us, it's each other. How many times do we see black on black crime? You know why you see white people killing black people, especially white cops? Because that's what they're pushing us. That's what they're feeding us. You know how many people just got shot on the block last night? You know what I mean? That's the problem. We're our biggest threat because we do stuff out of jealousy, out of spite, out of anger, not even caring about repercussions. And the problem is we do it so often, it's not gonna hit the news. We're not gonna see it because it's just, oh, that's another normal day in the hood. That's just another normal Saturday. But once we see a white person do it, now we gotta throw race because it's like, oh, that's racism. You can't do that, man. As a black person, if you really pay attention, sit back and scope the scenery, you'll understand, damn, black people really don't look out for each other like that. They used to. They used to back then, of course. If you really do your history, back then, man, blacks were thriving. Hella black owned businesses. Hella black owned businesses, man. From cars to food to restaurants, everything black owned. Farmers making their own food. You know what I mean? This was when people, yeah, I'm gonna support you, you support me. This is what a community is. Guess what? We don't have that anymore. We don't have black people supporting one another. We don't. And that whole Black Lives Matter thing, that proved it. That proved the point even more. Why? Because it feels like for some reason, us African Americans, we always want to outdo each other. Now it's okay to strive for better, right? But to outdo each other, that's the problem where it's like, okay, there's a healthy way to do it and an unhealthy way to do it. If you see your friend make it to the top, okay, my boy made it. All right, cool. Let me use that as motivation to go even further. So when you reach it, bro, I had to, bro. I saw you do it. I had to lock in, bro. You the one who made me do that. That's a healthy way of doing it. But we don't do it that way. We see our friend do it. Now we're envious. I want to be at the top. He don't deserve that. Nah, that's supposed to be me. And I know why. Because you got to look at it. As an African American, most of us was going to profit. Most of us is having to either hoop or rap to make it out the hood. Most of us have to sell drugs to try to get by. People have only one mom, one dad, or even no parents. So when they see someone else of their race make it, they become jealous. It's just facts, people. So with him saying that, I was agreeing with him. I was in that minority of people because the hate that he got, oh, he's not smart. Even the CEO talking about some, it looks like, matter of fact, hold on, before I give you the real quote. All right. The actual Black Lives Matter Global Network Foundation issued a statement in response to it. And they said, and I quote, it's clear Lil Yachty has been drinking the white supremacist ideology Kool-Aid. His comments are wrong. They are misinformed, unoriginal, and crafted to please the same people who profit from Black suffering. The real scam isn't Black Lives Matter. It is watching Black artists with massive platforms recycle the same tired attacks on Black movements while ignoring the actual systems killing us. Black Lives Matter has supported Black families who have lost loved ones to police violence. We have built programs, funded mutual aid, and fought in courtrooms and on the streets to protect our people. BLM was never a scam. Selling out your people for clout is. You just said this man is drinking white supremacist ideology Kool-Aid. Stop right there. That's all I need to read. I didn't take it serious after I read that. I didn't. I'll be real with y'all. I didn't take it serious. Because why would you say that? That means you felt targeted if you had to go that hard. That means you felt like if the shoe fits where, right? If someone wants to say, bruh, you know what I mean? I can't believe you, bruh. You the one who always uh who always sells us out when people rob the banks. It's y'all type of people, man. And then I come through issue a statement. I can't believe this dummy thought I would sell him out. He's stupid. He really thought. Yeah, you're making it seem like you did sell him out. Why are you doing so hard? That's when people say, well, if it's not you, you're just like, right, I ain't gonna lie, it wasn't me, but hey, believe what you want to believe, but it's not me. Real calm and easy, or I'm gonna trust him a little bit more. Because you're doing all this exaggerating because you really want us to believe it's not you. So I ain't gonna lie, when I read the first sentence, yeah, I laughed a little bit, I smiled, I'm mature a little bit, but I wasn't gonna take it serious. People saw what you did, but you're still trying to double down. That's what made me mad. Like I said, all it takes in life is a quick, hey, look, we apologize, done deal. I'm cool with that. People don't admit they wrongs. People don't admit that, okay, maybe I was a little stupid. Maybe I was a little bit overboard. People don't know how to feel like they're not always right. It's okay to be wrong sometimes. That's the part that bothers me. So let's look at it one more time. They say, it's the Black artists and all who do that. I know actually a lot of Black artists who put on for the Black community. J. Cole's one of them, Kendrick Lamar, Drake. Even though what we want to say, oh, Drake's not Black, hey, he still hooked us up. He still hooked us up. Eminem, and he's white. And he's white. You got to look at these people who actually try to give back to the hood. Go back and actually tell people, yo, let's stop doing this. Let's do this. So I think it's funny. I think it's funny that whole situation because people don't know they research, people are not educated. And I know there'll be people that try to tell me, oh, well, actually, your facts are wrong. They actually did do this, that, and this and that. Well, my fact is still a fact too. Didn't they buy mansions and stuff? You can't tell me, oh, they bought it for us because I'm not in that mansion. Are you in that mansion? No. So, and it's that right there. That interaction that I just gave y'all is exactly why us Black people cannot thrive. Everybody wants to undercut you, undermine you, feel like you're stupid, feel like you don't know what you're talking about. Even if you're making sense, they gonna say you don't. You gotta deal with it, people. That's just what it comes with. So Lil Yachty, I'm with you. I'm with you. You made some sense, brother. You made some sense. But speaking of Drake, it looks like this whole lawsuit with the record label UMG, Universal Music Groups, about the whole Kendrick Lamar thing. It looks like it may have hit its final leg. Okay. Uh, they pretty much straight out just told him, and I quote, instead of accepting the loss like the unbothered rap artist he often claims to be, he has sued his own record label in a misguided attempt to slave his wounds. Wow. Wow. Let me tell y'all something. What people keep failing to realize, this lawsuit isn't just a stupid lawsuit of, oh, he beat me on a rap battle. No, this is a whole can of worms that can open from this whole diss track that Kendrick drops. Number one, I don't think Drake could lose if he actually plays his cards right. I don't think he can. Because let's look at it. Kendrick called Drake a pedophile. Where's the facts for that? You know what I mean? People could bring up all these old videos. Oh, when he went and brought a girl on stage. All these artists do that. R&B artists are mainly the suspects of doing this. You know, it's part of the show. It's part of the act. People don't know the age right up there. And if you actually watch the video and you found out the age, you let people know, nah, it wasn't like that. That's just part of the show. This is the gimmick where we do this. You know, bring a fan on stage. The parents was fine with it. Like, people relax. They always bring that video up without the full facts. That's what people do, though. So, like I said, Drake could win this with the most simple reason: defamation of character. You're calling him something that he's not. And to be labeled as that, people, do y'all know what comes with that stigma of people saying you're a predator? You can't go close to kids. Most jobs are cut off limits. If he's leaving at this damn near, I'm pretty sure he can't even do a concert because kids will be there. You become an outcast of people. So for Drake to put this lawsuit out, it's pretty much telling his record label, like, yo, we're both under you. Why would you let something like this get out there? And you can even say, well, Drake ain't say nothing that crazy. He ain't say nothing that crazy. But you know what's funny? Drake talked about the allegations of Kendrick saying that he raps for the black community, but he got a mixed queen. He talked about the allegation of him beating on his wife, the allegations of Dave Free having a kid with his girl. We've heard all that, and it feels like he got swept on the rug for Kendrick. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. Go listen to Family Matters. I'm not even a Drake stan. I'm a Drake fan. I'm a bit real I'm a Drake fan, but I'm a Kendrick fan too. But I don't like when people don't listen to the full facts. I don't like when people just nitpick things. You have to listen to the full thing for you to understand what's being said. You can't just say, oh, Kendrick killed him. Oh my gosh, Drake is this, Drake is that. Without saying, well, hold on, what about Drake? Drake said Kendrick's this and Kendrick's that. Y'all not gonna say, oh, Kendrick's weird. He beats on girls and all that. No, we don't even hear none of that no more. And to be quite frank, when that song dropped, we ain't hear none of it. It's crazy. So for a record label to do that, man, I really think Drake's gonna win this, and he's gonna get control of all his masters, all this money. Listen to him. He's gonna be at the top for a long time. All right, we already know this. He's the modern day MJ of rap, not pop, because we know MJ the king of pop. He's the modern day MJ of rap, man. The records, accolades, everything he's got is facts, people. And this is just a show. This is just to show the pettiness too. Drake might, it's not set in stone, perform at the World Cup. Which we know that I believe the World Cup organizer or something like that, like the soccer CEO, you know, the head of charge, you know, command and all that, was pretty much saying like, yeah, we might have him perform here, create a rivalry since Kendrick performed the Super Bowl, right? Now people will look at it like, oh, here go Drake thinking he's not gonna top the Super Bowl. Everybody watches the World Cup. Let's be real, people. They showed the numbers. Tour de France is number one. World Cup is number two. I believe part of the Olympics are 3, 4, you know, 5. Super Bowls in there like 6, 7. But Tour de France and World Cup are 1 and 2 respectively. So Drake does the World Cup. That's going to be insane. Now, I know what people might be saying, well, Drake's probably not that popular around the world. You know, there's Spanish artists and things like that are. Drake had a song with Bad Bunny. Drake has those little Spanish nice salsa flows. So it can work. And Drake is recognizable all over the world. So if he does the World Cup, that's the next level. Like he wins. He won to me. But here's the petty part. Here's the petty part. The LA Associated Press, right? They end up saying that Kendrick Lamar is an LA icon. So they think that it's going to be a pretty fair bet that Kendrick will be involved in the Olympics in Los Angeles some way. That is that. I mean, oh, y'all understand the pettiness, bro. Now, if he does the Olympics, that's still another big one too, because that's insane. But I think at that point, if he calls Drake a pedophile in the Olympics, now it's looking like Drake's gonna win this lawsuit because that's kind of crazy, yo. That's crazy. So, like I said, it's interesting how this goes. Now, like I said, Am I really mad at Drake doing this? Not really. He'll take his laws cool, but you can't. I ain't gonna lie. You call me a pedophile too, bro. I'm lawsuits. I might have to go fight you too. I ain't gonna lie. That's kind of crazy. That's crazy, people. So now we just gotta stay tuned to see what's gonna happen with that, because that's interesting. That's interesting. But what's more interesting than that? The fact that in this economy today, it feels like eggs are through the roof, housing is through the roof, just breathing in air we used to think it was free. I feel like Mr. Krabs is controlling the world because the amount of money that needs to be paid is out of control. Okay. But there's one place that says, you know what? Nah, let me lock it. And that's Harvard. Okay. Harvard has announced free tuition for families earning less than 200K a year. They will provide free housing and health insurance for families earning less than 100K a year. All right. So free housing and health insurance for families earning less than 100K and free tuition for families earning less than 200K. Now, number one, I've always felt like paying for college was a scam. All this stuff you can learn online, chat GPT, you got courses online you can pay for, and free courses and word of mouth. All that's free. Yeah. You know what I mean? All that is free. So I never understood that. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Now, with Harvard doing this, that's interesting because is this going to trickle down with other big colleges? Yeah, let's make our tuition free for these kids. They want to learn, let's make it free for them. Because some of these people actually want to go to school. They have these actual aspirations and goals to be a doctor, to be a lawyer, sports medicine, sports science, these are things that people want to do, engineering, you know, and without the funds, they can't do it, right? So here's what I want to know. Is it going to be combined, like the mom and dad? If they both make under 200K, you get the free tuition. Is it part of the kid too? If the kid's making money, does that all tie in? You know, that's the part where you're gonna ask a little bit more questions. But to see Harvard, one of the top schools with Yale, uh, damn near all the schools in Boston, MIT and all that, with schools like that, for them to do that, that shows a lot. But we all know they're expensive as shit. So at the same time, that makes you wonder, is that enough? But it is good to see that one of these schools is saying, let's take a stand to see what we can do because lunch is expensive as is already. I mean, everybody, I thought ramen used to be 10 cent. Not anymore. Not anymore. But with tuition aside, like I said, it feels like Mr. Krabs is running shit. But at the same time, let's add a little SpongeBob in there because now things are becoming too playful. Things are becoming crazy, kind of stupid, idiotic. All right. Texas had to just pass a bill, people, called I can't even say it without laughing. The Furries Act. Okay. Like furry, you got a lot of fur. The Furries Act. Okay. Um, it's going to ban students from using a litter box, licking themselves, making animal noises, or pretending to be an animal. Who the fuck was using a litter box in school? That's what I want to know. Who and they right mind is using a litter box? Because someone enlighten me and tell me that, please. If you're using a litter box at school, you need Jesus. Okay. If you're licking yourself like a dog, you need Jesus. If you're talking to your friend, hey, what's up, Anthony? And you talking about some bad, you need Jesus. Okay. The fact that that's a bill and it has to be passed blows my mind. What are y'all kids doing? Listen, I for a couple seconds, I thought the generation was good. I thought, okay, we might be in good hands. They coming together a little bit more. They're using technology a little bit smarter now. They're understanding a little bit more things. And then we take 20 steps back because why? Why was this needed? Why? I want to know who brought a little bit to school and shit in it. That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. You know, because if they peed in it, maybe it would have been banned right away. Maybe we'd be like, yo, he's weird. But I think someone shitted in there. And the principal said, okay, no, I got to take this up. We're going up the chain of command. This is crazy. That's what happened. That's exactly what happened. Okay. Right there. Just imagine you in your civics economics class. You smell shit. You try to dissect the frog, you think the frog shit it. You're in English, popcorn reading, popcorn Dan, and you before like it hits you right in your nostrils. So the fact that that had to be passed just shows how dumb we are. Because why? Why? I really want to know why. Like it's too vague. I need more information on that. Just that's madness, people. That's madness. But I don't want to talk about that right now. All right. Because the government still is messing up. As you know, it feels like everybody now at this point is going to be our enemy. And they're showing. They're showing. Okay. Because a French lawmaker is demanding the U.S. return the Statue of Liberty, claiming that America has lost its way and no longer represents freedom. It's gotten to a point, people. They don't like us. They don't want us here. Nobody cares about America no more. Okay. They said they're sick of us. Now, for them to say we lost our way, eh, not fully. We still have a lot of rights that most of these other countries don't have. And if you don't believe me, ask people from there. Look it up. The internet's free, people. Or if you have that money, you big ball and go travel over there. You'll see the luxuries that you wish you had. The freedom that you want to continue to have. It's here. And I didn't believe it at first until you actually see it. And you're like, damn, like we really have a lot of power to do a lot of different things that these people can't do. So I don't know about all that. But you can have the Statue of Liberty. Take it. We'll take something else. Give us the Eiffel Tower. We'll take that. You know, give you a quick exchange. I'm just saying, you know, that's a quick little trade. I'm pretty sure it'll go through. Someone go try it out on 2K. Let me know if it goes through. But I would have said we lost our way. I would say things are getting a little crazy now. Things are getting a little out of control, out of whack. But I would have said we lost our way. Because at that point, I would have been out of here by now. I'll be real. I would have been, took the first flight, first cruise, I would have been gone. But I think we're still okay for now. For now, at least. Now, y'all know what I do here. I still don't know what I'm gonna call it, but we got the quick little rapid fire news. The news I think that isn't too big or deserve a full segment, but it's still news that I think you should know. I can still give you my honest take on it. Put 2 minutes on the clock. Matter of fact, give me 5 minutes on the clock. Here we go. Start now. A delivery driver has been awarded $50 million in damages from Starbucks. Hot drinks fell into his lap after being handed them through a drive-through window, causing third-degree burns. $50 million to get burnt. Sign me up. I will take it. I will accept the burn marks. I will. 50 M's, I'm good. If it lands on my legs, I fuck it. I can wear pants and shorts all day, every day. I'm good. In my foot, forget my foot. Let it be burnt. I'll take my 50 M's. $50 million for that. Man, I would have owned all the Starbucks. I would have owned Starbucks. That would have been my franchise. Yep, I was investing everything. Everything I got. 50 M sometimes. I wonder what do I have to do to get that? Grind? I'm getting tired of it. But we're gonna keep grinding. All right, because the grind don't stop. But 50 M's is out of control. Forever 21, Joanne Fabrics in Party City is set to close all stores in the US. JCPenney's is also closing 8 more locations. We knew this time was going to come, ladies and gentlemen. We knew it was coming. Amazon is kicking the door in everybody's locations. Everybody's getting the hammer. All right. People love online shopping, the ease of use. It's faster, it's easier. People like seeing a bunch of more options at the comfort of their homes than going out and shopping and having to fully look. This doesn't surprise me one bit. Everybody knows online shopping is the way to go nowadays. So more places that we've grown up with going to is starting to, hey, hit the road, Jack. Okay, people. So pay attention to that. If you want to get all your stuff, hey, it's time to go online now. So if you're actually at this place, you better buy everything. The sales there are going to be tremendous. And lastly, we have to talk about a person who most people now are making fun of, but he's just trying to make his living. He goes by the name of Ashton Hall. He's all over TikTok, Instagram, Twitter now, with him just posting his morning routines of him dumping his face in ice water, using bananas to clean his face, having a servant and assistants help him with luggage, clothes, and everything. Just it feels like it's that lavish lifestyle as he's breaking it into parts and cutting it. If you don't want to talk about, obviously, this is all over the place, so you can easily look it up. Ashton Hall, people, it is funny when you start to see people's reactions to it, but some people actually like it because it gives people that motivation. Some people like it because it's the lifestyle they want, so they fantasize about it. But it's just something that goes to show that people will watch anything. People will watch your life. If your life is interesting, people will watch it. Sometimes we'll make fun of it, but the thing that's crazy to me, all the people that's making fun of him is just making fun of him to get him even to a higher position. Because guess what? Now he's gonna get more views. Now he's gonna get more subscribers. Now he's gonna get more followers. You're just helping him out. So that's the funny thing about it. And apparently he's been accused of not being a good person, scamming and all that. But hey, at this point, he's at the spot that he's at. You have people imitating him left and right. It's just funny to see. It's just funny to see. And that concludes the news blitz section of the podcast. I just came up with that name. We're still ironing that out. Just time for sports. And when I say time for sports, people, March Madness is upon us. There's only two brackets left remaining at the recording of this video. Actually, one, I believe now. There's only one. Okay. I didn't even know my Colorado State University was in the goddamn March Madness, people. Listen, hey, Colorado, y'all know I rep everything Colorado. I didn't even know that. They ranked number 12. That was crazy. So they actually cook it. All right. Um, Duke, of course, I love Duke as well. Cooper Flag, they blew out Baylor. We knew that was going to happen. But the funny thing is, it was two brackets left. And then when Duke beat Baylor, it said one. So whoever voted Baylor, you need to be examined. Because yeah, that was dumb. But March Madness, as you know, college games, go watch them. It's interesting. Lakers, Bronny has shown that he can hoop. He belongs to the NBA, dropping 17 points on the Bucks. People will say it was in garbage time, but he actually played majority, I believe, 30 minutes of the game, so it's not garbage time. He had never get blown out, so you could say it's garbage time if you really want to. But I mean, they're still trying here and there. Bronny showed that he can still hoop with the best of them, so we're still giving him time, getting him comfortable into the game, and we're going to actually see him grow. So people need to realize he's a 55th pick for a reason. Stop putting the pressure of him as he is a first round pick. He's supposed to be learning the game, people. And he's been saying it. He sees all the trolls online. He sees the hate, but that's what comes with it. Everybody knows that when you're a professional athlete or a professional of any type of anything in life, or even a content creator, you will get the people who hate what you do. You got to tune it out or use it to fuel it. All right. So shout out to Brody doing his thing. Lakers, Nuggets, and Rockets are all trying to battle for the second seed, I'm pretty sure. But as we all know, OKC got the first seed locked up. Cavs lose 4 straight, showing signs of weakness right now. Always even shorter final contenders. People have always been saying they're a regular season team. When it comes to the playoffs, they're nothing good. So we got to see what happens with them because we said the same thing for the Celtics and they actually won it. So we have to see if the Cavs are actually going to keep locking in now for the rest, or they're just going to coast to the playoffs, which, in my opinion, just coast. You guys aren't breaking no 73-9 record, just coast it out. So that's how that's looking right there. All right. We see more little trades going on in football. Nothing too interesting. We know the draft is coming up soon for NFL. We still got some time left in the offseason there, so we're not going to talk about that too much. Like I said, you still got every other sport that we're going to be covering soon. Once we start seeing some more news, but right now, March Madness and the NBA is what we're focused on. So I appreciate each and every single one of you guys tuning in always to the best podcast on the platform. My name is Quincy. Thank you to each and every single one of you. And you've been listening to my honest take.